Alright, let's do this. I feel like this. There we go. We ready to roll. Had a really good. Hollow Cure was a really good game for me, actually. Because it yeah, it was a really good game because my brain. Because it's short little bursts. At the end of each game, I don't have to, get right back into another game, which I did a couple times, which is stupid of me. But I can check and see what's going on in chat. I can check and see what's going on, around. I got something that I haven't had in over 2 years. Something I haven't seen in a very long time. Somebody subscribed. Oh my God. So this is on the heels of me basically like, fuck Twitch, fuck them all, fuck, I can stick it up their asses, fuck it all. And now I'm like, hey, look, I got a subscriber. It's not going to be 30. And, on to the $22. Ooh, I went to $24. I'm going to have $25. I'm going to be halfway there for them to pay me out. Yeah, and so, not that I have one subscriber, which I adore, and I adore them, and they want to do a collab with me. Probably I'm going to change Tuesday to be another collab because the 2v8 is supposedly ending. It might be extended. If it's extended, then yay, we can do it. If not, we will draw some beans. Tonight I'm going to do the request by that person, the person who subscribed to me. The thing that they wanted me to make. It was really cool to break out the old beans last night, because most people don't realize, like, I was just making beans of everybody, because I was under some strange delusion that I was going to be collabing like crazy and doing large collabs. I should put it that way. That's a game that I haven't played in a long time. There's a drawing game that I played. I can't even think of it. I think it's Gulch. Where you draw things and people draw another thing and then they animate it and things like that. I have to figure out what game that was. But yeah. But I thought I was going to be doing like Among Us and Goose Duck and Golf with Friends and everything like that, and I just made beans. But I never, just so you know, the last time I revealed those beans was 4 years ago. So I was making beans like crazy. Also, one of the difference here's one of the difference between when I was doing like 5-6 beans at a night and stuff like that, is I was also streaming for like 6-7 hours. That also is a reason why I was able to get so many beans done. In quick succession, and not doing my 2-hour thing. The 2 hours is, it's a good spot. It's a good spot to be in. I'm gonna continue it. Sometimes it'll be 1 hour, sometimes it'll be 2 hours, sometimes it'll be an hour and a half, but it's consistent, and I like it. I like having that consistency. So we will definitely not be leaving Twitch till at least the 17th of June. So we're going to continue on. There will be times that I do some live streams here on YouTube. I don't know when I'm going to do those. But I definitely got to put them in as a static one. I gotta make beans for them. I gotta make emotes for them so that they have a reason to do the utilize the fact that they've subscribed to me. And see, one person changes everything. Changes the trajectory of everything. And we will continue that. We went back up again with subscribers. It's just kind of weird if you really want to know the truth. Really is. It's just. I realized what I did not do last night, and I had a lot of people in. I could have done marbles on stream, and I didn't do that. We will definitely do marbles on stream tonight, hopefully. It's a weird thing. It's definitely a weird. Times are fucking tough. It is definitely rough. I definitely learned a few things about another streamer that I did not know before, which was kind of like confirmation or more than just learning. I think they might have mentioned, their situation and how much they depend upon streaming financially, and I'm happy that they're able to do what they need to do. I know that they're doing a huge partner push, which they deserve partner. They definitely deserve partner. I don't know if it's what they think it is going to be, but if they can keep the numbers up and everything like that and make partner, I think that I think they'll do very well. One of the sad things about people once they make partner, or it's been my experience, is that things actually, change. I've seen a lot of people make partner, and I've watched one of two things happen. They either go like gangbusters and they enter the stratosphere, and I'm gonna be realistic. I feel kind of forgotten. And as a viewer, but they are tackling a lot of things. I mean, I can definitely say that it definitely happened, and it was my reality wake-up call, because before Iron Mouse was on V Shoujo and, Project Melody and Zenjaya and Silver Veil. Before they were all part of V Shoujo. Oh, and Nanners. I was like one of their, hardline viewers. I was like always watching them and always keeping up with everything that they were doing. And as they even before they became Bishoujo, I was already kind of like, kind of feeling forgotten. I remember when I did all of them as beans, and only Bebe made a comment on it, and that just so you know, that's it. The end. One comment. It's just background noise, and that parasocial relationship, and the person who actually said it, and I was like adamantly disagreeing with them, because I was like, well, we have more than a parasocial relationship. A parasocial relationship in my mind before was like weather people and newscasters and stuff like that, and people having these, imaginary relationships. I thought it was all Billie Jean. Where I'm Billie Jean. And the truth of the matter is that the answers was staring me in my face the entire time. There was it wasn't a big secret. It wasn't a hidden agenda. They didn't just go like, oh, you know what? Instead of you being you're just going to be chat, and it's just easier for me to respond to whatever chat says in the moment, but I don't see you as your own individual. And people who subscribe and people who throw money at me, I give a little more credence to. And here I am. I'm talking about my one subscriber and all the things that I want to do for them. And like not have them waste their $5. The only thing that's going to do is it's going to incentivize people who with $5 to subscribe to me, and maybe I'll end up staying on Twitch. And now that I think about it, I'm like going, yeah. I don't want to stay on Twitch. I literally want to make my $50 and go. I want them to pay me one last payment and be done with it. And whatever pennies or whatever is left over, I don't care. I think they pay the whole thing. They pay They pay wherever. If you go over $50, they pay whatever that number is. So they zero you out. So I want to be zeroed out and not continue. To be realistic, the only reason that I think that I'm still on Twitch is because I did have one person who was on auto pay and auto subscribing to me, and after a while I was not even streaming anymore and they were paying for it, and it was probably the only way to get them to stop auto paying. Was to stop streaming, and I might do that. I might just do that. That as soon as they cut me the check, as soon as they send me the money, I might just basically literally just stop streaming altogether. $0.07 at a time, like I was saying. We had a lot of people. I had a lot of people in my chat. Two of them said hello last night, but I had a lot of people. And when I say a lot of people, I'm meaning 8. I will look at the unique viewers, which I have not done, but it might be 20. I might have had 20 unique viewers. But the ads are so relentless, and it's funny because there's another tier. There's a hidden tier that Twitch has put on there, which I do not think creators get paid for, where you can just basically buy your way out of ads. Is it called Prime or something like that? I don't know. Buying your way out of watching ads completely. And that means if you pay that fee, they get 100%. And because they're not showing ads on people's streams, they don't pay the creators anything. I think that's how that works. So if I have a bunch of people who are not, in the ad market, that's probably why I only get like 7 cents. It'll tell me how much I made. And $2.50 of it is $2.50 is from the one subscription, so it should look like a big number. Make like money. But yeah, that relationship that I had with huge streamers, VTubers, has really set a course as a viewer on how I am a streamer. I never want to be so big that that people just become chat. If you're interacting with my stream, if you're, participating and doing the things you want to do, it's the reason why I close every one of these streams the way I do. But if you're there, you are you. You are not chat. You are not just a viewer. You are not. And even if you have one other viewer or no viewers, I will be your subscriber. That's what I meant to say. Even if you have no subscribers for YouTube and you participate, I will be your one subscriber. I will be that one. Even if you've never made a video in your life, I will still be your one subscriber. Because I know for a fact how hard it is. And like I said, the 2 subscribers who left, they might have just been fucking bots. They might have, and I don't want them. I don't want them being my subscribers. Bots don't participate. They might like videos, which that whole thing, like the fact that I can't see who likes and who dislikes my videos just on YouTube just makes it hard. But that anonymity allows people to feel free to, like or dislike what they want. So I don't know whether changing it just makes it more difficult for me as a streamer, as a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber and a VTuber. Just makes it more difficult. And just so you know, my introduction into VTubers wasn't through Twitch. Twitch had nothing to do with it. I was all YouTube. I watched all the videos on YouTube. It realistically is the reason that I chose YouTube. If I was watching VTubers on Twitch, I don't know, maybe I would have chosen Twitch, and then maybe I would have been like, fuck that noise. YouTube is a very saturated market, and it is really difficult to get a foothold into anything. The algorithm here is absolutely horrendously horrible. It always has been. It is the early version of what we now call AI. And I'm starting to think that instead of being artificial, it should be algorithmic. algorithmic interface should be what AI stands for, not artificial intelligence. Because it's all algorithms. That's all the... It is the reason why I call it theft. Because even when they make a picture, they make a picture from an amalgamation of other people's work. It's not created. It doesn't come from nowhere. And it's not inspired by other people's work. It is stolen. The actual lines and, the perspective and everything like that. It's the reason why you end up with like 6 fingers. It's the reason why you end up with like 4 arms. It's the reason why you end up with all that other shit, because they don't know how to blend things properly. And as time goes on, it just gets better at stealing. Or worse. Because there's going to come a point where an AI starts using AI. The AI slop is going to be the go-to. All right. We talked for a bit. I'm losing my voice. Yeah, we have wonderful things to do. Turn that off. Got a nice full docket of things, and if the collab doesn't happen this week, yeah, it can happen whenever. I'm not a... People's schedules are people's schedules, and we will work it out. And I absolutely adore my Aussies and New Zealanders and Kiwis. I adore them all. A little something that I don't really talk about is that I went and visited all those areas, and I was like there and immersed in the whole thing, and seeing the little hobbit village and it this from the studio, and I loved it. I had the best time in the world. I don't know how everything is now. It's been years since I was there, but I joke around about how everything in Australia wants to kill you. It only because of I know that they were pulling my leg, but I had so much fun with it, and it's now my running joke. But yeah, I adored Australia. I could not adore Australia any more than I did. As always, just so you know, I do it for every video. So if you watch this video, you know that you can actually do this you can literally go through all the videos. You don't even have to watch them. And you can put Cool Bean on the comments below, and I'll be like, wow, the algorithm's all fucked up. But Cool Beans in the comments below. It doesn't have to be Cool Beans. You can whatever you want. Anything you want to put in the comments. Just let me know you're there. And like I said, I'll give you a subscribe and follow you and do this. I want to make YouTube my premiere again. I really do. And I want to come up with a solution of getting rid of Twitch. We'll figure it out. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. And tonight, well, tomorrow morning, we will end the stream with marbles on stream. Yay! I hope. If it's not scuffed, it's not streaming, right? All right, take care. All right, bye.